Good evening. Here is the world news from our studio BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. 2023, Nigeria will head if Northerner emerges next president. Mbaka wants Buhari. Olubadan stool, ex-governor Rashidi Ladoja breaks silence, backs Lekon Balogun. History will not be kind with BC Akode over his disregard for traditional institution or Lowu of Kuta. Cattle ban, IPOB has declared war, ACF. Ondo deploys Amotekun to prisons after soldiers' withdrawal. Notorious Zamfara bandits, Bello Turji, relocate to safer enclave. Concerning insecurity, assistance in policing, DPO begs Nigerians. And to foreign story, Omicron is not mild, kills people like other variants, WHO. And to sport, Salah, Ndidi, 5 other stars to watch at AFCON. Now the news in details. The spiritual director of the Adoration Ministry, Enugu, Reverend Father Ejike Umbaka, has predicted that the corporate existence of the country may come to an end if the North retains power in the forthcoming 2023 general elections. Speaking during a sermon at the Adoration Ground in Enugu State, the popular Catholic priest warned President Muhammadu Buhari against planning to hand over power to the North. According to Mbaka, the Northerners should forget about leadership in the coming political era, saying there may be a disaster if the North tries to impose the next president on Nigerians. If they try to make a Northerner next president, disaster will happen. Going forward will be impossible. Going back will be a dream. Anyhow, they want to do the political maneuvering. They should make sure that justice prevails. The Spirit of the Lord has asked me to say these because they have what it takes to plant a Northerner. Buhari should remember that Nigerians trusted him when he came in, and he should remember that one day he's leaving that place. Senator Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, a one-time governor of Oyo State, has broken his silence over the controversies that trailed the vacant Olubadan stool. The report recalls that the Olubadan of Ibadan land seats became vacant as a result of the demise of Oba Soliu Akomu Adetuji. The monarch joined his ancestors in the early hours of Sunday at the age of 93. He joined his ancestors after a brief illness at the university teaching, at the University College Hospital, UCH, Ibadan. The question of who becomes the next Olubadan has been a subject of discussions and debates in and around Ibadan since Sunday. The current Otun Olubadan High Chief Leko Balogun is the most senior among the High Chiefs. By tradition of Ibadan, is to ascend the throne. But an Ibadan-based lawyer, Michael Lano, wrote a letter to Governor Seyi Makinde saying and asking him not to endorse Balogun as the next Olubadan. But Ladoja, who is one of the High Chiefs in the Olubadan in Council, in his reaction said that the High Chief Lekon Balogun, who doubles as the Otun Olubadan of Olubadan land, is the next person to the throne. Ladoja, who doubles as the OC Olubadan of Ibadan land, explained that Lekon Balogun is the most senior in the Otun line, the line that will produce the next Olubadan of Ibadan land. Ladoja, who ruled the state between 2003 and 2007 as governor, described the controversy trailing the succession to the throne of Olubadan as needless. He spoke at his house, Bodija, Ibadan resident, on Thursday, when the senator representing Oyo Central, Senator Teslim Folari, led bigwigs in the party to pay a condolence visit to him on the death of Oba Adetunji. The Olowo of Kuta, Oba Ahmed Adekunle Makama Oyelude, has stated that history would not be kind to the former governor of Osun State, Chief BC Akode, over the way he treated traditional rulers and traditional institutions during his tenure as the governor of the state. Oba Oluyode stated this on Wednesday when he appeared as guest at the Association of Veteran Journalists Special Program, tagged their frontliners. The program was held in Osogbo, Osun State capital. The monarch said what Akande said in his autobiography, "My participation shows that he still nurses this regard for the traditional stools in Yoruba land." What Akande said in his autobiography shows he still has no respect for the traditional institution. This is why he records no success after leaving office. Speaking on the constitutional roles for traditional institution, Oba Oyelude said the constitution as it is now has no role for royal fathers across the country, but an amendment bill to insert such is expected to be an executive bill. He, however, said maybe requesting that it should be an executive bill would mean that we are asking for too much thing. But as we know, we have princes and princesses at the National Assembly who will look into the working with them. The Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, has said that it is a declaration of war for the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to ban the singing of national anthem and the transportation of livestock to the southeast. Emmanuel Yewa, the National Publicity Secretary of the ACF, was commenting on the plan by the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria to ban the movement of foodstuff from the north to the southeast. The ACF noted that the order by IPOB was unnecessary as Nigeria was not at war, and joining all well-meaning Nigerians to call the Biafra agitators to order. Yahweh observed that it would be difficult for the forum to appeal to the union this time around. He described as justifiable the fear and concerns of the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria following the threat by the IPOB. According to him, we have appealed to this union in the past when their members were attacked and some killed and the property destroyed due to no fault of theirs. Yahweh explained that at that time, they mounted a road blockade and stopped the supply of foodstuff to the east, saying that prices skyrocketed and there was an outcry, and due to appeals by the ACF, they lifted the blockade. Following the withdrawal of military personnel, operatives of the Ondo State Security Network Agency, otherwise known as Amotekun Corps, have been drafted to correctional centers across the state. Amotekun Corps were deployed to the correctional centers alongside their other security agents from the state commands of the Nigerian Police Force and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. It was gathered that the deployment was initiated by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu in order to prevent jailbreaks in the states. Akeredolu had on Wednesday raised the alarm over the sudden withdrawal of soldiers from the facilities across the state, stressing that the action portends danger as it could induce jailbreak in the state. Amotekun Corps commander in the state, Akogun Adetunji Adeleye, disclosed these at the headquarters of the Corps in Akure, the state capital. According to the Amotekun boss, the correctional centers, which are federal government physical assets, ought to be the responsibility of modern security agencies to provide adequate protection for the facilities. With our knowledge of the local intelligence, men of the Amotekun were directed by the governor to join the sister security agencies to ensure that there is no vacuum, Adeleye said. At the moment, all the correctional centers within the state are being manned by the officers and men of the police, NSCDC, and the Amotekun. Amid report killings of Zamfara bandit leader during a recent airstrike, Bello Turji, a notorious bandit, has reportedly relocated to a safer and conducive environment. On January 3, 2022, Bello Turji was reported to have released 52 kidnapped victims following his letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, Governor Bello Matawali, and Emir of Shinkafi for a ceasefire. However, while waiting for a response to his letter, an air raid destroyed the bandit camp in multiple operations across the region, killing several bandits while others sustained bullet wounds. A source told Daily Post that Bello Turji and his men have left their enclave in Fakai Forest of Shinkafi, local government area of the state, to another forest within the Bokuyum local government area in the southwest of the state. He added that peace is gradually returning to the state since the military raided the bandit hideout, adding that Bello Turji and his men moved to Bokuyum because there is a lack of security presence in the area. According to him, one of the bandits leaders, Shehu Bayede, is a spearhead of deadly raids, kidnappings, and cattle rustling in Anka and Bokuyum communities. He added that Turji's arrival may be a plan to regroup and reinforce their activities. We believe Turji and his boys were invited to that forest. This is because, in their own thinking, making the vast forest their abode would make their detection by nav aircraft harder, unlike where they had left, he said. As regards insecurity, Asaba, the divisional police officer in charge of Ogwashiu Uku Division, CSP Naala Mohammed, has urged Nigerians to assist the police in the task of policing the country. Mohammed stated this during the housewarming ceremony of the chairman MIO Construction Company Limited, Mr. Meshach Ikechukwu Odide. The police boss, in a statement by Delta State Ministry of Information Officer in Ogwashiu Uku and Nyocha South Local Government Area, Mr. Basil Omenogo, expressed the commitment of the police to the security of lives and properties of Nigerians. He commended Mr. Meshach Ikechukwu Odide for single-handedly building a modern residential quarter for the DPO at Ogwashiu Uku. While saying that Odide is a good friend of the police, he said the quarter would improve the services of police in the area. He said Mr. Meshach Odide is a hardworking young man, full of love and integrity. Odide believes in the comfort of others. Mr. Meshach Ikechukwu Odide, who spoke to newsmen during the ceremony, thanked God for his grace upon his life, adding that he would continue to contribute his quota to the development of the society. Now to foreign story. The Omicron variant of COVID-19 is killing people across the globe and should not be dismissed as mild, the World Health Organization insisted Thursday. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said the record numbers of people catching the new variant, which is rapid out competing the previously dominant Delta variant in many countries, meant hospitals were being overwhelmed. While Omicron does appear to be less severe compared to Delta, especially in those vaccinated, it does not mean it should be categorized as mild, Tedros told a press conference. Just like previous variants, Omicron is hospitalizing people and it is killing people, he explained. In fact, the tsunami of cases is so huge and quick that it is overwhelming health system around the world. Just under 9.5 million new COVID-19 cases were reported to the WHO last week, a record up 71% on the week before. But even this was an underestimate, Tedros said, as it did not reflect the backlog of testing around the Christmas New Year holidays, positive self-tests not registered, and overburdened surveillance systems missing cases. That was the world news from BGI TV. Before we go, a quick retake of the headlines once again. 2023, Nigeria will end if Northern emerges next president. Mbaka wants Buhari. Olubadan stool, ex-governor Rashidi Ladoja breaks silence, backs Lekon Balogun. We also brought to you, history will not be kind with Bisi Akande over his disregard for traditional institution, Olowu of Kuta. Cattle ban, IPOP has declared war, ACF. We also brought to you, Ondo deploys Amotekun to prisons after soldiers' withdrawal. Not forgetting about the notorious bandits in Zamfara State. Notorious Zamfara bandits, Bello Turji, relocate to safer enclave. Still on insecurity, assistance in policing, DPO begs Nigerians. Outry, Omicron is not wild, kills people like other variants, WHO. And on the sports story, the Africa Cup of Nations begins in Cameroon on Sunday with the continent's top-ranked side Senegal seen as the team to beat alongside reigning champions Algeria. Here are 7 stars to watch at the tournament. Wilfred Ndidi, Leicester and Nigeria. 26-year-old Leicester City midfielder is Nigeria's midfielder at AFCON. He has been impressive for Leicester City since his signature from the Belgian side Genk in 2017, making more than 130 appearances for the Foxes. A master of tackles and midfield battle, this 26-year-old's greatest strength is his defensive contribution and physicality. He also possesses an incredible work rate. And the next one over is coming from Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, Bayern Munich and Cameroon. Choupo-Moting was dismissed at times during his 2-year stint at the Paris Saint-Germain, where he was a backup in attack to superstars Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. More to come of African players to note is Sadio Mane. Senegal are the leading African side according to the FIFA rankings, and Liverpool forward Mane is the star player. A former African Footballer of the Year who also came fourth in the Ballon d'Or rankings in 2019. Mane will be hugely missed by Liverpool as he heads to Cameroon. He has 10 goals this season for his club. These are few players to mention. Also, Paris Saint-Germain and Morocco. Hakimi is also part of the players to watch at the AFCON. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool of Egypt as well. And Kenya with a player called Dennis Odimam and Riyad Mahrez, Manchester City of Algeria. Before we go once again and lastly with the headlines of the sports story, Salah, Indy, 5 other stars to watch at AFCON. We appreciate you for being part of BGI TV family on YouTube by Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates. And on Facebook by Gede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page on Instagram by Gede Imo _22. For advertisement and coverage of your events, functions, the phone number is right streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching once again. I am yours faithfully, Morire Remi Lalawa.